Welcome back, folks, to Fishing Planet for the Taimen Compact DLC look at. And we're going to take a good look at it today. This is the new one for the Sludge River, so I will obviously be getting it and looking at it. But 7 days of premium, 40 core credits, 20 bait coins. Now, the new rod, the River Spear, is in it, and the Thetis 7.6. Something I want to mention here, having already looked at a lot of the new stuff, the issue that I am seeing, while the River Spear looks like it's going to be great, I feel like it's going to be a niche pull. Like it's only going to be for certain things, maybe, that you're going to use it for. Um, Now, for me, who's been playing the game a long time, I absolutely love this River Spear pole. But if you're a newer person and you're trying to get a pole that'll work everywhere, this Thetis in this pack is going to be the better option. It can throw a much wider range of lures. Not necessarily because of the power, but because of the lure range. The River Spear is a lightweight pole, which is going to have its roles, especially places like probably, White Moose, or not White Moose, but like Michigan, maybe and Falcon Lake. But the fact that it's a 52-pound pole and none of the lures that have came out now for it and this update, it can throw anything that's bigger than a 3.0 of the new lures. So you're kind of stuck with little fish and you got a lot of power for little fish. And that has its role in Fishing Planet, but I don't feel it's like it's going to be an overall pull. And I'm super happy they had added it. But I don't want people to get the wrong impression of the River Spear where it's going to be something you use everywhere. It's going to be very much a role dedicated pole. So we have that. It is the middle pole, the Thetis, which is another pole a fair amount of people use. That is kind of a roll pole as well, but it is more of a wider range than the River Spear. And the reels are spinning reels, and I'm interested to see, because we always set these poles up, I'm actually interested to see, I think that might be not the permanent setup. I might find another reel for it eventually, and I'll show that off. But we got the outfit, 4 tackles. That's actually pretty darn good for a hat. The um, the deal, I believe that's called. I'm not sure. I'm not very good with foreign languages. Some line. We're gonna get into it. Some jig heads and shads. I'm assuming grubs. And here is the new mouse lures. There is some more mouse lures in the store, but this is what comes with the pack. And these are going to be very interesting to see how they do. And some mini cranks as well. And then we go into crankbaits. Most of these baits and runners have been in the game. There's obviously, I think there's a few new ones, but a lot of these have been in the game. And these nano spoons were already in. These narrow spoons, however, are new, and I can't wait to actually try them out. 220, 550 weight fish keep, which is very good. 5 marker buoys, so if you're like me and you're maxed out, you probably won't get any of them. And a 7-day pass for them. So I'm going to go ahead, buy this, and set these poles up, and then we will see how they do. These are the 2 setups right here that they have set up for you, the templates from the pack. I'm going to unequip this stuff really quick, just so we can take a better look here at the poles. So very interesting, they have mono on that one and floral on that one. Let's see, 55 and 60. So with the line being smaller, you cannot max drag this setup. And with the line being smaller, you can't max drag this setup. But I will say that the reel and the pole being the same exact weight is actually quite a big thing. Let me go ahead in the shop for people that are more or higher level, and I'm going to see if there's other options you can do with these setups here besides what they give you in the pack. Now, there is one issue here, guys, that I am seeing with this reel. I love the fact that it is 52.9 and it matches the rod perfectly. The one issue I am seeing, though, that if you are not higher level and you are using this monoline, that is all the line it gives you. You can put on that reel. That reel does not hold very much for line. I'm actually surprised by that. 150 feet is not much. That's somewhere around 50 some meters. I'll do the conversion up at top. And as you can see, this is a line that came with it. So that's exactly what the reel can hold. They can't hold more than that. Now, if you switch it to braid, however, we will do right now, it does get much better. This is actually a better setup for the pole anyway. You can max drag the setup, and I will show that too. The other way, the way they give you, you have to go down one notch on the reel. But this is all really close and super balanced. Now, if you did want another reel option, because that amount of braid for me works, um, that is a good amount. I can use 360. That's fine. But if you were going to try to find another reel to go with this pole, if you're higher level, this Empress 6000 right here is actually a pretty good fit for it. There isn't a whole lot of options in that 50 to 53 range for spinning reels. So this is the one that you would have, and it can actually hold more a line. If we go to, I believe we'll have to buy another one real quick here. So as you can see here, this is the 53-pound braid, and you can see it will actually hold 700, which is plenty. So if you are worried about the real distance with that, and actually the mono that does come with it, this one, instead of, it holds double the amount, so 300 feet. That's much more usable if you did want to use the mono line that came with it. And that would be both ways are a max drag setup. I do believe, yeah, they would be both max drag. So, honestly, for me personally, I would just use this with a braid setup right here. Now, for the Thetis, believe it or not, I would actually keep this exactly the same, except for I would switch this out. This combination actually works pretty well together. I know you can get a little bit more power out of the reel if you wanted to and use a bigger line, but I feel with this recovery and this setup, this is a really good max drag setup and it works really well in a lot of places. Also, as you can see, the SE versions don't have actually any more durability. I get a lot of questions about that when I do these DLCs, so I figured we'd show you. Um, that there, as you can see right here, the river spear. Oop, let's close that side. But this river spear over here, 46. The one you get in the store is also 46,000. So just keep that in mind. And with the half ounce, which is its max casting weight, you can see it throws just over 160. It wasn't quite full power. So it's not a bad caster. It's a little on the shorter side, though. So that is not too bad. With the mono that it gives you, I'm guessing it's going to be a lot shorter. It is 132. So, yeah, you get more casting distance out of the braid as well. Now, the Thetis with the max weight, it can throw on the regular line that they give you in the pack. And so about 170, 175. And with this braid here that I showed, I'm pretty sure it'll get up around 200. So we'll equip that. This is the braid I would be using on it, and you can max drag this setup right here. And that is much farther. Yeah, it's going to be about 200 on a full cast. One really cool niche that this pole can do is it can play a big role if you are low level and you buy this DLC pack for XP, being that it can throw low level lures or low weight lures. If you look in here, all the low level lures in the game are really light, and this pole can throw them. And if you're going for XP and you throw in them little lures and catching fish with a bigger pole, you will reel them in way quicker than you would fighting them with a little pole. And that actually gives you more XP because you're catching fish faster than fighting one fish on a little pole trying to get 3 arrows. To get your maximum amount per fish, it's actually better to catch more fish at a rapid pace uh, than fighting them forever on a little pole. So that is really interesting. But overall, this pack, I I really do like the poles that they give you. It gives you a pretty good range, all the way from really light stuff to 2 ounce. Now you can't throw the heavy stuff with either of these poles, but that's okay because for level 48, that is not too bad, and it gives you some pretty balanced poles in this DLC. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think of the DLC. If you are a low level, this is a very good DLC because of this pole being able to throw the low level stuff. But if you're a higher level person, these are unlocked for you already. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks.